Hello, I'm Edith Wolek. I'm a brand and design consultant. I'm here with Sherry Wurgler, gratitude and mindset coach. Hello, Sherry.
Hello, Edith. Thank you so much for having me come today and share with you. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I live in the U.S., the Midwest part of the U.S. Sun is shining. We have pretty white clouds, no rain. I don't think any rain is in the forecast. And the temperature is in the mid 70s. So it's a wonderful, beautiful day out there. Yes.
Wonderful.
A little bit about me. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes. Go ahead. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and your business.
Yes, I am a practicing RN working in the field of mental health for quite a few years now, decades. And I love, and it is my passion to help others go through the difficult times in their life and give them coping skills and strategies and emotional support and compassion and a non-judgmental view of how they can become the best version of themselves. I am also in the process of transitioning to online coaching to help women help release the negative self-limiting beliefs that hold them back from enjoying parts of their life and to help them grow in confidence and resilience and become the best version of themselves.
How wonderful.
Thank you. I'm here today to talk about the importance of why we have a morning self-care routine and how it affects us personally, our relationships, and just how it makes us feel the rest of the day. Our brains are wired to connect with a purpose. We like having a mission in our life. It helps us feel good about ourselves. It lifts our spirits. And when we feel good about others and have a job that we like to do, we connect with others and we help others through our mission and purpose. We'll feel better in all areas of our life when we have a purpose. Our self-care routine allows us to center ourselves in all areas of life, like our mind, body, and spirit. I like to start with the positive mindset first, and that is first thing of the day, first thing when I wake up, because what happens when we don't catch ourselves first thing in the day? We get up, we have breakfast, we can take a shower, we get dressed, we brush our teeth, we get ready to go out the door. And the whole time our brain is thinking of all the things that happened yesterday. We are thinking of the stress, the anxiety, the challenges, and we need to stop and train our brain to focus on the positive. What things went well yesterday? The birds are singing, the sun is shining. And I like to start off with listening to positive podcasts. There's so many out there. There's so many of them. Brendan Burchard is one of them that I like to focus on and listen to him. I also like his readings. And then affirmations. I like to affirm myself. And that puts it in the present contents, like I am worthy, I am capable, I can face the challenges of my day, I can learn new things, I can work well with others. So just positively affirm yourself. Bring out that best self-esteem, the best confidence. And then part of living as an adult is going to work. It's having a job. And yes, it's to pay the bills, but it's also to work in a job that you love and care about that makes a difference for others. Are there any times in your life when you go to work and you're driving along and somebody cuts you off in traffic? It's frustrating. You may call the other person rude, insensitive, and it's time to stop and tell ourselves, okay, there might be another reason why that person cut us off. Maybe they're on their way to a hospital to say goodbye to a loved one that probably won't make it through the day. Maybe they're going to a daycare, childcare setting, school to pick up a sick child or something like that. So it's good for us to change into a positive mindset and help us overcome the negative that can come. The more we train our brain to switch to the positive, the easier it is to happen every single day. It does make a difference. Our
Yeah,
first response.
it's having that, sorry, it's having that compassion to others, and trying to understand what is the reason that somebody has done this, and not actually expressing emotions like anger and frustration, just being curious.
Yeah, a positive mindset makes a difference in all relationships in our life. It makes a difference to our spouse, our family, our children, our grandchildren, our coworkers, our neighbors, anyone we meet. To the person that like drive through and have coffee, wish them a good day. They probably wish us a good day. But to just stress a positive mindset, the more often we have positive thoughts, the more often it sets those neural pathways in our brain to keep repeating and go on a positive pathway instead of a negative pathway.
What would you say is actually self-care? Would you say is just practicing the gratitude or being positive? What would you call it?
Both of them. Practicing gratitude helps us find all the things that we are thankful for. We woke up this morning. There's a lot of people who didn't wake up this morning. There are a lot of people who are on their deathbeds who are going to be saying goodbye, who they will not see their loved ones another day. So practicing gratitude helps us find the little things in life that really make a difference to us. And it lets us feel hope. It lets us feel, like you said, that compassion. When we feel thankful for what we have, we can feel thankful for what other people have. What we may think is a luxury, other people don't have. So it's finding gratitude in the least little things. We have a roof over our heads, we have food, we have jobs, and there's other people in life that don't have that. So feeling grateful, having gratitude in our life, it really makes a difference. It helps with our mindset. And yes, being positive, changing the negative to a positive, it makes a difference. And the faster we do it, the faster that brain circuitry works. And the more we repeat it every single day, consistent, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in how we treat ourselves and how we treat others. So remembering the why is we want to have a positive mindset for ourselves, but also for all the other relationships we meet every single day, our family, friends, coworkers. A positive mindset reflects on us and it reflects on everybody else too.
Yeah, so this subject of the conversation is finding your why, and the importance of having why. And how can we find our why if you don't know? Or where do we start in order to start the process of finding our why?
I would spend some time in meditation, find out what is really important to you, what are your core values, what do you want people to see in you? What kind of example do you want to be for yourself, for your family, for your children, for your coworkers? What kind of example, what kind of legacy do you want to see for yourself? How do you want to portray yourself? We all know about the negative, toxic work environment where people just simply do their job and they can't wait to leave their job. If we switch to a more positive, like everybody trying to have a positive mindset, that reflects on the people around us. Positive emotions attract the positive emotions in others. If we smile, if we are kind, please and thank you, manners, having patience with people who are maybe learning, it makes a difference. It makes a huge difference with a positive mindset. And our why is, who do we help? We help ourselves, we help our family. The people we meet every single day that we call friends, coworkers, family, it makes a difference on them and it makes a difference in our own life. Makes a difference in all areas of our life.
It does. So if I could ask you and dig a little bit deeper, what is the importance of knowing? Why can't I just do self-care and ignore my why or not care what my why is? Just do my self-care, do my gratitude. Why is so important to know your why?
I think it results in personal development, personal growth. We become a better person from the inside out. We show more compassion to others. We show more compassion and kindness to ourselves. We show more compassion and kindness to others. And the world has been through some tough times in the last 2.5 years. We're coming out of it, but there's a lot of people that are kind of lost as far as, okay, what does this new world and this new way of things, what does that mean for me personally? What does that mean as a human being? What does it mean as a parent, mother, grandmother, child, coworker? What does that mean? So grounding ourselves, knowing personally why we're doing things, it allows us to help somebody else. It allows us to be a better person, and we feel better from the inside out. So taking that time to meditate and really deeply think, sometimes it can be taking a walk out in nature, however you want to do to get to that place that really makes you think at a deeper level. Why? Why are you doing this? Why do you want to have a positive mindset? What does it mean for you? What does it mean for others? It's just something you have to search your soul for. Nobody can tell you your why. And that can be, if you don't know your why, it can be frustrating. It can be a frustrating place to be. But when you do find it, you will have a connection that you never had before. And if you don't have that connection, search for it till you do, because self-care will no longer be a chore for you to do. It will no longer be like a list of things you have to do. Well, I did it, so now I'm done for the day. We're all good. Got that out of the way. It will be something you really long for. It will be something you will automatically strive to fit in. And yes, there are going to be days when it doesn't fit in so well and it might get skipped. Things happen, but you will get back to it. And you might get back to it later in the day, and maybe you'll have to skip a day, but the feelings from the day before will still be there. It's not like you're going to lose all that positive motion that you had from the day before. It will carry through. That's kind of the reason you have like a set pattern. That pattern will hold for a few days. If you get in a car accident, you end up in the hospital, aren't able to do it for whatever reason, or someone in your family needs extra attention, and you have to give more of yourself for somebody else, what you have grown inside yourself will carry you through. When you connect with your why, that will carry you through on the days when you might not actually be able to physically pick up a book or read through something. It'll stay with you. It lasts with you longer. There is power in a positive mindset that will carry you through.
Oh, how wonderful. Are you open to share your why?
I want to be a positive reflection of myself and others, because I too, as many are, I am a survivor of abuse as a child. So I want to hold myself to the highest calling that I have, to be the excellent, not perfect, but the most excellent part of myself that I can be. And for me, that is having a positive mindset so that I don't take my frustration and anger out on somebody else. I want to live my life knowing that I live the best version of my highest self. I want to live knowing that I gave the best of myself. That doesn't mean that, I exclude myself, but with taking care of myself, I'm also able to help take care of others. So I am a survivor. I am a thriver of abuse. I didn't stay there. I moved on. I moved forward. And that's why positive mindset means so much to me. That's what it means to me. It can bring people through a rough time. And I want to give that forward, pay that forward to other people. So there's the personal attachment. To go deep, like you said, why does it mean so much? Because there were other people that probably didn't treat me with the greatest of respect and dignity, and I want to do that to others. So you hold yourself to a positive mindset, and it makes you feel good about yourself, because you are not your past. You are not the hurts that were done to you. And a positive mindset makes you feel good. It grows your compassion, your self-respect, so that you can respect others. And it gives you a caring and a sharing from within yourself that people can see. And it's just, giving of yourself at the deepest level you can, because you know from your own experience that there are other people hurting out there too. And what they need is not your negativity, but your positive, unconditional support, unconditional giving of the best of yourself to help them get through a difficult situation. It makes a difference.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your vulnerability and generosity of your the way you're thinking and the way you're creating that for yourself and for your customers and for your family members. And that's what it is to create that movement going forward, and to create a positive mindset and give that positive mindset to others.
Yes, that might be struggling to find that positive place.
That's right. So Sherry, can you tell us a little bit about as a NLP practitioner and as a nurse, you are supporting people with anxiety and stress. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us a couple of tips of how to manage like the big? Of course, it's a huge subject.
Yeah.
And we can't do that within the next 12 minutes. But can you give us a little bit of an insight how to deal with anxiety and overwhelm or stress?
I would say the best thing is to stay in the moment, take a deep breath and stay in the moment. A lot of times, like sad feelings or anxious feelings will come from a situation that reminds people of something in the past. So if you can take that deep breath, it distracts the brain from the present, because the brain actually is not that multi-talented. It actually can't do two things at one time. So if you take a deep breath and say, I am here, stay in the moment. Don't go back to that place where somebody insulted you, caused you hurt, caused you pain. Stay in the moment. Something is triggering you, reminding you of something in the past, but it is in the past. And right now you are safe in a safe surrounding with safe people. So to stay in the present and don't get yourself distracted from going back to there, to a safe place. Stay in the safe place. Don't let yourself get distracted going back to a place where you weren't safe. So staying present, taking that deep breath and realizing, opening your eyes, don't close your eyes, keep your eyes open, notice where you are. Where are you? You're in a safe place with safe people. That helps a lot. Focusing on where you are right now. and kind of breaking that neural pathway that will take you back in time where you weren't feeling safe.
That's crucial. Like acting on it, not staying in that mindset, but making small steps into taking yourself out of those emotions.
Right. That makes the difference.
So I know we're coming to the end of our interview, but can you tell us any ways of creating that self-care routine? Any tips around that?
I would sit down with yourself, like I talk about. I didn't really get into the other two, but there's mind, body, and soul. So find, like, there's many different sites on the internet. Facebook has them too. Find a place where you can read some positive affirmations. Find a podcast that has a positive mindset talk, and then practice that every day. Practice getting up in the morning and just going to that routine, maybe writing it down specifically. Tell yourself things that you have accomplished well from the day before. And your subconscious will try and take you to things that, well, but I didn't do this. But you learned something from that you will take forward to the next day to help you. So don't let your mind get pulled back into what you made this mistake yesterday. Pull it out by saying, but I learned this from that, so I'm not going to make that same mistake again. In the same way, it's not like we learn and then we're perfect from then. It's like giving ourselves grace to make the mistake and learn from it. So if you're struggling with a negative self-limiting mindset, don't beat yourself up. Give yourself some grace that you can do this. You can learn. Write things down that are positive about yourself. When you slip into the negative, tell yourself to stop and tell yourself 3 positive things about yourself. Even if it's, I got out of bed, I took a shower, I got to work. Even if it's those 3, if you are so far down that that's the only 3 you can think of, those 3 will stop that negative loop. It's like, well, she did something. She got up, she got dressed, she came to work. Those are 3 good things. So don't, when you feel the negative coming on, tell yourself 3 positive things about yourself. And at the beginning, you might have to write them down. It's okay, write them down and focus on them, look at them. Same thing for physical exercise. Even if it's yoga, if it's stretching first thing in the morning and you don't have a lot of time, it can be stretching. What does that do for you? It helps your heart, lungs, muscles, joints, everything. It helps you feel more energized. It helps you wake up and become alert. There's also endorphins, make you feel good, feel better about yourself. That's a good thing about the exercise. And then I am a faith-based person, and so scripture means something to me, and that higher power, that there is something bigger than me. There's someone bigger than me. I am not alone. There are other people that have the same faith as I do, that believe in the same God I do. So it's a connection. It's a connection. Our faith connects us to other people of the same faith. So there is strength in numbers. There is strength in a positive mindset. There is strength in having a physical workout routine of some kind. It doesn't have to be a lot. It can be stretching. It can be as simple as stretching. And then your soul. Feed your soul with some kind of positive material.
And how often would you say that we get to do the self-care routine?
I would say every day, if at all possible. That brings consistency and gives us some self-discipline, so that if we've had a rough day the day before, get back on track with that, positively affirm ourselves, positively remember where our goals are, remember our focus, remember our intention. So every day, if at all possible. And like I said, things come up that interrupt our routine, and that's normal and natural, but then get back on it. Get back on it as soon as you can. Every day would be the best.
Yeah, you would see the results after. I think there is a thing that if you do something for, let's say, 21 days, it creates the pattern, it creates the habit. But I've recently heard that I think like embedding it even deeper, it takes up to 60 days. Is that true? Or
yes, it can take up to 2, 3, 4 months. If someone is really lost in a negative pattern, in a negative cycle, it may take longer that, but the more consistency and dedication you can give that pattern, the more gradually it changes. And it can change sooner than you think. It can change sooner than you think. But yes, to actually have it rooted so that when circumstances come up, that like unexpected circumstances, we may fall shortly in a negative routine, but then bring ourselves out of it faster. So if we have that pattern, we'll bring us out of a negative mindset faster.
I also found out that more I ground myself and remind myself that I'm living in now, not in the past, not in the present, like we tend to do. We tend to think really far, either back or forward, and that creates anxiety. But if you stay focused on your task, on what's on today, then it shortens that anxiety. You know what to do.
That's right.
So amazing interview. Thank you so much. There's so many amazing, I keep saying amazing, but fascinating nuggets of your wisdom and really, the importance of having that why to drive you forward, to drive your self-care routine is super powerful. And you starting coaching right now. Do you have any gifts for our audience that you would like to share with us?
Yes, I will give you a link for that and pass that link on to you. It is a positive self routine, morning routine that you can look at. I've got it ready. I just need to give you the link to it. Yeah, and I can pass that on. That can help people start. And then I do have a 2-month program that talks about how to change a negative self-limiting belief to a positive, and to grow in confidence and resilience and become the best version of yourself. So I have that program like a one-to-one, as a one-to-one client. Yes.
Wonderful. And having having you as a coach, having that one-to-one meetings is it's really important, because you have accountability and you know that you're not going to fall off the track.
That's right. The support is negative. I mean, the support for turning a negative into a positive. You need someone there to guide you and walk you through it, because it's hard to turn a negative to a positive unless you have somebody guiding you through it. It can be pretty powerful, and people get quite stuck in that. And if you have someone to help you move through it, you will have progress, and sustained progress, faster. You need that support, that unconditional support, and accountability that helps you find the sources to move forward. And it gives you a better life. Gives you a better life. Having a positive mindset, it gives you a better life.
I wanted to ask you one final question about, let's see, there is a super negative person, and how do they find out that they need help? How they do they need to be ready to change, that something is not working in their life, or otherwise they don't know that what they are doing is negative?
Well, a lot of times other people will mention it to them. They will mention, why are you so negative? I didn't mean it that way. Coworkers may bring it up. Other people might reflect on and just say to them, why are you so negative? That's not what I meant. And a lot of the negative self-limiting beliefs people have come from childhood. They heard it from parents, relatives, siblings, and they took it to heart. They took it to heart. And that became part of their core. So they have to unlearn that. And unlearning takes practice. And it's better if somebody helps you with it, because if you are stuck in being negative, then how do you know how to get out? And how do you know how to turn it around to a positive? So it does help to have a coach and someone to guide you through that, to guide you through and help you. And it's not about being perfect. It's about taking those first small steps and having them grow. It can change a person's life. Negativity has been known to be hard on your heart, your whole body altogether. Aching, autoimmune diseases. It's much better to acknowledge. And yes, I would say, I guess the person kind of has to be ready for the growth, because it is work. If you're stuck in that loop, it's not, there's nothing magic about it. You do have to work on it, but that's where your coach comes in, gives you the support and knowledge and builds up your confidence, builds up your self-esteem so that you can do exactly that. You can leave that negative mentality behind and transform it to positive. It does take time, it does take work, but that's why you have somebody go with you on that journey. It's a journey to switch from a negative to positive. It's a journey. And that's why you have coach.
Yeah. Wonderful. Perfect ending. Lovely to have you here, and I'm sure others will appreciate your support and finding out more. And so we will post the link so others can contact you and get in touch with you as well.
Thank you so much for this.
Thank you, Sherry. Bye for now.